Neurodiversity reminds us that brains are naturally different, and that those differences can be valuable, but the movement is facing a real struggle from within. Early neurodiversity framed conditions like autism or ADHD as having a fixed essence. This strategically helped people claim space. This is who I am. Over time, however, this essentialism can box people in, as if there's only one way to be autistic, or one set of traits for ADHD. For instance, early neurodiversity often described brains as different wiring. This metaphor was helpful for awareness, but brains aren't like fixed circuits. They're dynamic, relational, and shaped by experience. Thinking of brains as static wiring can actually work against embodied cognition perspectives, which emphasize how minds emerge through bodies, environments, and interactions. Similarly, older ideas of the soul treated it as a fixed essence, a static placeholder for who we are. While these concepts were meant to give structure, they can limit understanding of human complexity, just like essentialist labels in neurodiversity. Judy Singer, who introduced neurodiversity, warned that the movement was becoming cultish, leaning into identity politics that tended to oversimplify human experience. She emphasized that neurodivergence is diverse, cautioning against reducing all experiences to a single story. One response comes from critical neurodiversity studies. These scholars examine power and social norms, asking who decides what's normal and how society marginalizes people who don't fit the mold. This approach challenges exclusion and advocates for justice, but it often focuses on critique and politics rather than the lived, embodied experiences of neurodivergent individuals. Another response is an integrative relational approach, combining embodied cognition with reflective ethical thinking. Embodied cognition shows that minds are shaped by bodies, relationships, and environments. It's about lived experiences of neurodivergent people. Some approaches, like critical realism, focus on structures independent of experience. While useful, these can feel abstract. Combining embodied cognition with reflective ethical thinking focuses on lived experience while promoting relationality, care, and human flourishing. It's about asking how people can thrive together. How can relationships, environments, and social practices support agency and connection? Together, these perspectives help move neurodiversity beyond fixed labels toward dynamic interactions that allow people to fully participate in their worlds. There are other responses through inclusive education, supportive therapies, clinical reform, or celebrating neurodiverse culture. But for understanding the core tension, the move away from essentialism towards relational, lived understanding, critical studies and an integrative approach capture the main ideas clearly. In short, neurodiversity is evolving. Essentialism was useful at first, but now it risks becoming a box. The responses are twofold. Critical neurodiversity studies challenge the politics of exclusion. An integrative relational approach, embodied cognition plus reflective ethical thinking, guides the movement towards understanding neurodivergent lives in context, honoring complexity, and relational flourishing. Together, these perspectives help neurodiversity move forward, away from fixed labels and towards approaches that empower people to fully participate in and shape their relational worlds. So what do you think? Should the neurodiversity movement lean more on critique, more on integrative relational approaches, or hold both together? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to explore these ideas further.